So I'm Dr. Dana Stern. I developed the Dr. Dana Nail Renewal System. I'm a board certified dermatologist and I practice in New York City. I'm the only dermatologist in the United States whose entire medical practice is devoted to nails. This is the Dr. Dana Nail Renewal System. It's 3 simple steps. You're going to use it once a week and you're going to be able to treat 10 nails in 10 minutes, fingernails or toenails, and you're going to see the results immediately. The product is all natural. There are a lot of unique features which I'm going to run through with you, starting with step 1. This is our glycolic nail prep. Now, you may have heard of glycolic acid from our skincare. A lot of people call it the AHAs, which is alpha hydroxy acids. Glycolic is kind of the king of the alpha hydroxy acids. And we use it in our skin to exfoliate, right? To remove the dead skin cells. This, interestingly, is the exact same concept because the nail has dead cells, damaged cells from the environment, from all of the chemical exposures in the salon, hand washing, the dry environment. So these cells, even if you can't see the peeling and the ridging and the discoloration, if you look at the nail under the microscope, it's damaged. And so in order to effectively treat, just like with the skin, we exfoliate and then we put on our serums and our moisturizers. This is exactly what we're doing here. It is very commonly known in skincare, but revolutionary in nails. This is the first and only nail treatment to incorporate this concept. So very unique. You're not going to find any other product like this for nails, and that's why this works. So you're going to apply a very thin coat of the glycolic to each of the 10 nails. And when I say thin, I mean really thin. You want the product to fully absorb before you move on to our step 2, which is our Perfect Grit priming wand. So this is going to be the physical exfoliation part. Each of the numbered surfaces is a different level of abrasiveness. And some people say, well, I can get a buffer anywhere. But when I studied buffers very in detail, what I discovered was that most of the buffers that are out there have very, very abrasive surfaces that are very damaging to natural nails. Many of them are actually designed for acrylic nails. And for example, the salons, they don't necessarily want to buy all sorts of supplies, so they buy one abrasive. It's good for the acrylics. Guess what? Not good for a natural nail. So this, we call it the Perfect Grit because it's literally going to be perfect no matter how damaged, brittle, or for any over-processed nail. It's going to be safe and effective. So you're going to start with side 1, surface 1, which is the most abrasive. This is going to remove that damage. Surface 2 is going to start to smooth the nail, and surface 3 is going to start to bring out a beautiful, lustrous, healthy shine. It's going to look like a clear coat of polish, but it's not a polish. It never has to be removed. It's never going to chip. Also, if you smell the system, it has this beautiful fresh citrus scent because all of these ingredients are natural. You can even do this on an airplane, which is unheard of with a nail product. Also, this is never going to spill or drip. It's not a bottle, so it's really designed for busy people who don't have time to wait for the polish to dry, don't want to go to the salon, don't necessarily want to inhale all of the toxic fumes. A lot of young mothers, for example, even cancer survivors, they don't want to expose themselves to all of those harsh chemicals, which are in so many nail products, unfortunately. So that's really, really unique. And last, so now that you've gone through the first 2 steps, which is our exfoliation, we're going to finish with basically this is our treatment step, and it's our deep hydrating formula. This is going to effectively hydrate both the nail and cuticle as well as fortify the nail. It has amazing ingredients: coconut oil, apricot oil, mauritia fruit oil, sunflower oil, which is rich in phospholipids, which has been shown in the medical literature to increase nail flexibility and decrease brittleness. There's also a complex in here that is very interesting that has been shown to be able to fortify the nail. It comes from a tree sap from a very specific tree that grows actually in France, and that's going to help to fortify the nail. So the more you use this product, you're just going to love your nails. They're going to look stronger, they're going to be healthy, they're going to be shiny, and I've been telling everybody that we're all glued to our phones, so, no matter who you are, the focus is on your nails. I hate to tell you this, but it's true. So everyone really needs to care about the appearance of their nails, and men, women, all age groups. This is wonderful for people who suffer with brittle nails. There's a lot of women, once unfortunately you hit the age of 50, it's like almost inevitable. That's a huge group. Women who are doing the gels and the acrylics. Cosmo magazine called this a post-gel rescue. Yeah. It's one of the only ways that you can kind of stop the camouflage cycle. Mm-hmm. And by that I mean people will do the gel, then they'll take it off and they say, oh my goodness, my nails are ruined, and they don't know what else to do, so then they put it back on. Even though they want to stop, they just don't know how. So this is how you can do it. For polish lovers, a lot of us women love polish. What you're going to see is that the polish is going to go on smoother, and obviously that means that it's going to work better for you. It makes sense because really the nail is like a canvas. So if you're painting on a rough, kind of peeling, bumpy canvas, your polish is not going to last. It's not going to be as beautiful. Just like skincare, makeup looks better with good skin. So it's the same thing. There's also a huge group of people who like natural. And I think in Europe that's a big thing. I know in New York it is. We're all drinking green juice and meditating and going to yoga. And so the last thing we want to be doing is putting toxic chemicals on our nails where we're, eating with our hands, breathing in fumes. And nail products in particular tend to have a lot of very harsh toxic chemicals. And so that's a very great target group. I want to mention men. Men love the product. They can do this. They don't have to go to the salon, 10 minutes. They can do it in the privacy of their home or office. They don't have to go to a salon or wait for it to dry. And, just in general, we're all busier than ever. And this is like the perfect on-the-go product for busy people. This is going to give you a weekly manicure or pedicure for 3 months. So it's a great value in that respect. So we're going to apply a very thin coat of the glycolic. This is our glycolic nail prep to just the nail. And we're going to do this on all 10 nails, but since we're demonstrating, we're doing just one. And you can see how thin that is. You don't want to goop it on. And this is really our exfoliation step. So just like we exfoliate our skin, we are removing all of the superficial dead nail cells and damage, some of which you can't even see because it's microscopic, but he does have some ridges. And now we're going to move on to step 2, our priming wand, which has 3 different surfaces. Surface 1 is going to start to really remove that damage. Surface 2 is going to start to smooth the nail, and 3 is going to bring out a beautiful shine. Now, not all men like shine, so I'm going to ask you, do you want it to be shiny or do you want it to be less shiny? We can titrate the shine by how much of surface 3 we use, which is great for, certain people who don't like super shiny.
I probably prefer silk than shine.
So you don't want a lot of shine?
Not too much.
Okay. Perfect. So here we go. So by the time you get to the 10th nail, the product will have absorbed and you're ready to move on to the step 2. Now, you don't want to use the step 2 if you can still see a lot of the glycolic, because that's going to ruin the surface of the priming wand. So here we go. And a few strokes, we say 3 to 5 strokes. It really depends though on the size of the nail. Most men have larger nails, so this is going to be a little bit more. And what you're going to see is we now have this kind of white powdery overlay to the nail, and you know you're ready to move on to surface 2. Here we go. All right. And we're ready for the last one now. He doesn't want very shiny, so I'm not going to go crazy with this side. I can make it a lot shinier than that, but we're going to stop.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And so now we've removed all of that superficial damage, and we're going to apply our deep hydrating formula. This is going to hydrate both the nail and cuticle, as well as fortify the nail. So over time, you're going to see a much stronger nail with weekly treatment. And you're going to, this one you can be more generous with. You're going to apply a generous amount to both the nail and surrounding cuticle. And this is all natural. It's loaded with super hydrating essential oils, things like coconut oil, apricot oil, mauritia fruit oil, sunflower oil. You can massage it in. It's rich in phospholipids, high in antioxidants, and importantly, free of artificial fragrance, dyes, formaldehyde, and parabens. So it has a wonderful fresh scent, which is all from essential oils. So you can do this virtually anywhere, and we can just show your other thumb next to it, and it's just such a difference. I mean, this looks like a youthful, lustrous, healthy looking nail. And this one needs a little help, but fortunately you can do that one later. So you're on your way to beautiful, healthy nails.
Thank you. Thank you very much.